100 years ago, before feminism really took off, men were continuing to work and provide for their families after coming home from World War I, whereas men now are living with their parents way up into their 20s, having no responsibilities, embracing their femininity, and acting like a man-child. And the scariest thing is that this is now accepted in modern society. Feminism is pushing men to embrace their femininity. You've heard it endlessly. It's okay to cry, it's okay to be weak. And those things are actually okay in moderation, but not to the point where men are at now. But it's like there's a narrative being pushed that men and women also need to have equal emotions. These people seen how hard men's lives were 100 years ago, so they want to protect modern men and try ensure that they never even feel a sliver of pain in their life. Strong men go through hard times and lead others through with them, so to help them. And men 100 years ago would have been told to suck it up and deal with their problems. And although that is harsh, it made a breed of men that were able to go through 2 world wars and then thrive in their life afterwards. But of course, some of these strong men didn't know how to deal with their problems and only knew how to push them away. So these internal problems either made men toxic or like man-children. But it is still much better than the modern advice of it's okay to be weak. And although it may actually be okay for men to be weak, it's definitely not okay for them to stay weak. And let me tell you why. Men being weak and feminine means that they go through life without purpose, which leads them to have depressed and meaningless lives. They have these lives, but they don't understand what went wrong because they followed society's advice of being weak and feminine. And being depressed, weak and feminine would cause any man to have no drive for anything real or meaningful. Masculine energy means getting things done no matter how difficult they may be. So things like approaching the attractive woman to go ask her out, or chasing a difficult career to make a lot of money. And men being feminine instead of masculine means that they don't do them things, and they look to find an alternative. So they get artificial purpose in the form of video games, and they get artificial love in the form of porn. And men being so feminine means that there are very few people to protect the people and the nation. Even in everyday life, men must protect their women and their families from hardship, which means leading the way and making decisions, no matter what life has to throw at them. And protecting the nation means going to war and being prepared to die while doing so. And do you think modern, weak men who complain, have no responsibilities, and cannot even deal with a sliver of hardship, can protect the nation or protect their families from hardship?